Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Create with Almat, and in today's video I'll be showing you my full coloring process in Ibispaint. So for this video I decided to use the character I created in my previous tutorial. Also, I gave her a little backstory which you can find on my Instagram, so go follow me on there. So with this pose, my goal is to capture the character's magical powers. I wanted to paint her in a sunflower field, saying that her magical power is to make flowers bloom, and I thought what better way to showcase her powers, plus the sunflower goes with the color of her palette. I really had fun working on this and I decided it would be perfect for this tutorial. But before we begin, I'd like to let you know I now have a Patreon, so if you want to see real-time process videos, you can find them on there. And if you want to support the channel, you can do that by joining my Patreon. All the links will be in the description box. So the first thing I do is to change the color of my sketch to red. I do that by changing the sketch layer to multiply and locking the layer's transparency. That way the color only affects the sketch. I like to group my layers in folders, name it, and set the layer mode to multiply. For this folder, I'm going to lay in all the flat colors for the character, and I have the character design sheet from my previous tutorial as reference. Now that I've placed all the base colors, I create a new layer above the skin layer and clip it back to the skin layer. Set it to multiply for shading. Using a soft brush, I start shading by adding blush with a saturated red to the face, and I use the same color for areas that are in shadow. I'm using a cool color for the shadows on the forehead and also areas that are facing away from the light source to complement her warm skin tone. This adds variation and makes the skin look believable. clip to the skin layer, I start adding more variations to the skin tone. I eye drop colors and shift the hue towards yellow, and I apply it back to the area I selected the color. Now I'm adding reflected light to the sides of the face. I'm using purple because that's the color I used to show her apart when I created the character shade. Plus, it's complementary to yellow. After that, I start adding highlights to areas facing the light source. I create a new layer above the sketch layer and I start refining the details. For this, I'm using my sketch brush that you can download for free. The link is in the description box. I'm starting to refine my line art, darkening the shadows and adding more highlights. Since there's a purple light source coming from her hands, I know it's going to reflect on her face, so I'm using a soft brush to apply purple in places like her chin, lips, nose, and underneath the eyebrow. I'm doing all this on a hard light layer. So on an add layer, I'm using a pale purple shade to highlight her chin, lips and nose. Under filter, I select the style and then glow outer. The reflected light is purple, so that's the color I'll choose. Then I'll use the lens blur and then gusher blur to make it blend the colors underneath. I'm following the same method to add highlights to the sides of her face. And on a separate add layer, I add finer highlights to her eyelids under the wings of her nose and lips. And then on a new multiply layer, I darken the shadow areas on her face and I move on to other areas of the painting. Now I'm just refining and adding details to the painting. To finish the painting, I meshed all the layers together and I like to adjust the colors with color balance. I reduced the opacity of the layer to make the effect less intense, and that's it. The painting is finished. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials.